What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Credit Plug channel, where we talk about how to build credit, how to establish relationships with banks and financial institutions, and most importantly, how to get you access to high limit credit funding. If you're new to our channel or if you've been checking out our content, definitely hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, you can like, share, or comment down below. It helps our content reach a wider audience, and we appreciate the support. So for today's video, we have a special financial institution review. But before we get into the review, I wanted to briefly go over business models. Now, what is exactly a business model? A business model at a high level is essentially a strategy that an organization adopts in order to conduct their business. So a quick example to illustrate what a business model is. Right here, I have an American Express Platinum card as well as a Credit One credit card. These two financial products have different business models. A Platinum card is geared towards better, higher credit profiles and credit scores, whereas Credit One is geared towards subprime or rebuilding types of credit profiles. So if you're someone with a low credit score, derogatories and things like that, you're not going to be applying for an American Express Platinum card, and vice versa. If you have an 800 credit score, you're not going to be applying for a Credit One credit card. Now, it's important to understand the business model of a financial product or financial institution before you start building relationships or getting hard inquiries on credit applications, because once you understand that particular business model, it'll better help you guide yourself, especially, knowing and understanding if your credit profile or your financial situation actually fits the business model of that particular credit product or that financial institution. Now, the financial institution we're reviewing today is catering towards a higher credit profile as well as a higher income and net worth type of individual. So for today's video, we're going to be reviewing City National Bank. Now, City National Bank is one of the largest mid-sized banks. They have about $51 billion in assets, so they're pretty sizable, and they're actually a subsidiary of the Royal Bank of Canada. So if you're someone with a low credit score, low income, then this particular financial institution is not going to be a fit for you, because again, their business model is specifically geared towards a certain demographic, right? Higher incomes and higher credit scores. But one thing about City National Bank is that they have some of the best financial products. And I always say this, right? Good things are not always easy, and easy things are not always good. City National Bank is going to be the same way. They have a ton of great financial products, but they're not as easy to obtain. In fact, you can't even apply directly to any credit products. You actually have to schedule an appointment with one of the bankers, or sometimes you might have to go in branch and actually establish a relationship, open up an account, so on and so forth. Now, one unique thing about City National Bank is that they have some of the highest credit limits out of any financial institution. On the personal side, they have credit limits to go up to $1 million. Yes, that's right. $1 million credit limit. And on the business side, they have credit limits to go as high as $5 million. Aside from the high limits, they have some very unique and creative financial products. So anyways, let's go jump over to their website. I'll walk you through their products and services. They have personal lines of credit from $5,000 up to $1 million. And this is a unsecured line of credit. So the minimum is $5,000, the maximum is $1 million. But then in addition to that, they have a secured line of credit. So with the secured line of credit, you're using some type of collateral to secure the line of credit. Now, the minimum for the secured line of credit is $50,000, and it goes up to $1 million. Now, they have basically the same limits on the personal loans from $5,000 up to $1 million, as well as $50,000 up to $1 million on the secured personal loans. So again, these are some of the highest limits that you will find across any financial institution, credit union, or major bank. So I wanted to go over that. Let's go check out the portfolio secured lending. So this is for anyone who has, let's say, a stock portfolio. So with the securities-based line of credit or loan, you could borrow from a minimum of $50,000 up to $5 million. And again, you're going to be using your securities, so that could be stocks, bonds, as collateral. And instead of selling your stocks in order to get liquidity, you could just pledge your stock portfolio or your bond portfolio as collateral, and they'll issue you a line of credit. If you do have stocks that are still in the market, that could still appreciate while you still have some access to liquidity. It's not going to cause any type of taxable event. Now, one thing you have to be careful with securities-based lending is that if your collateral decreases in the value, you may have to add more money in order to cover whatever ratio. Sometimes they'll give you 75% LTV, so loan to value. So if the value dips too low, you might have to add more money to your account in order to keep that ratio in line. City National Bank offers 4 different credit cards. They have a Visa Platinum card, a Visa Signature, a Cashback Visa, as well as a Crystal Visa Infinite. In terms of their rewards program, I wasn't that impressed. It seems to be pretty basic, but again, they do have very high limits. So on the business side, they have a host of different products and services. They have loans and lines of credit, commercial credit cards, business check-in, foreign currency services, as well as real estate financing and accounting services. But let's just focus on the loans and lines of credit. Now, on the business side, I think this is what really distinguishes City National Bank from a lot of other financial institutions. So they have business lines of credit. Now, these are going to be for short-term working capital needs. They have a basic business builder line of credit from 10,000 minimum up to 250,000. They have business equity lines, commercial equity lines, as well as asset-based lending. So let's dive into each one of these. All right, so the business lines are revolving credit for short-term working capital, such as financing accounts receivables, seasonal inventory purchases, or paying year-end tax distributions. It comes with a minimum line amount of $250,001 and a maximum limit of $1 million. And they're renewable annually. So every year you'll go up for review to see if you still meet the requirements. Now, again, this is going to be more for well-established commercial enterprises, not necessarily startup types of businesses. So that's one thing you have to keep in mind. Now let's go check out their other business products. So they have what's called a basic business builder. This is going to be more for smaller businesses, and by smaller businesses, still established businesses, but not large enterprises. So the revolving line of credit for the business basic is a minimum of 10,000 up to 250,000. There's a $100 loan fee, as well as an annual fee of $200 in the second year and thereafter. Now, what's unique is that they have what's called business equity line. A lot of you know about HELOCs, right? A home equity line of credit. A home equity line of credit will usually report on your personal credit. Now, a business equity line is essentially the same thing, but it's under your business. You can use your primary residence as collateral to get a business equity line of credit. It's kind of like a hidden line of credit. It's not going to be reporting on your personal credit, but you are using your primary residence as collateral for a business line of credit. So I think this is much superior than a HELOC. Now, the line size goes from a minimum of 10,000 all the way up to $2 million. All right, so let's check out the commercial equity line. So the commercial equity line is going to be similar, except you're using commercial property and not residential property in order to secure the line of credit. Now, the loan sizes range from 250,000 all the way up to 2 million, and up to 70% appraised value of the commercial real estate property can secure in the line. So basically, it's just 70% LTV. So let's say you have $1 million commercial property, then the highest limit that you'll be able to have is 700,000. No subordinate liens permitted. So they will be taking a first lien position in that real estate property. They also have asset-based lending across these different business products. There's a lot of flexibility and very creative types of products. And lastly, City National Bank does offer business credit cards. They have a Visa commercial credit card, as well as a Visa Crystal commercial credit card. They also have their own expense management platform, kind of like some of these other ones we've reviewed, where you could basically control the spending within your organization. So kind of like Divvy and Brex and all of that, they have a platform where you can, implement different spend controls, and it's streamlined into your ERP or whatever accounting system that you're using. So another great benefit the City National Bank offers. All right, so let's recap real quick. So City National Bank has a variety of different credit products, from personal credit products, business credit products, as well as commercial and institutional types of products. Now, again, their business model is catering to a higher credit quality type of borrower, as well as a higher income type of borrower. So not everyone is necessarily going to be able to fit into their business model. So this may not be a fit for everyone. And again, we're not recommending, endorsing, or advising anyone to join City National Bank. This video is for informational purposes only. If anyone is interested in doing their own due diligence, we've posted links in the description of the video. Now, and again, you can't apply directly to any of their credit products. You will have to speak to a representative, and they'll actually walk you through the process in terms of opening up an account, applying to any credit, and establishing a relationship. Now, as a reminder, they have limits at a minimum of $5,000 all the way up to $1 million on the personal side, and on the business side, a minimum of $10,000 all the way up to $5 million across their different business credit products. So again, if anyone's interested, there's links in the description. That's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Until next time, take it easy, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.